You have an incredible platform there working for the Saints to make an impact on a lot of men and women in the field. Is there something that a professional should know about becoming involved in the industry?
The first thing that I try to get across to all young coaches, I have a couple young assistants with me here, and whenever I have the opportunity, first of all, I love having the opportunity because I think there were some people down the road, back in my development that had a big impact on me and helped me with a lot of advice and took time. And so I always want to take the time to share with young coaches, and my alma mater, Miami of Ohio, is known as the cradle of coaches. So bringing along young coaches is important to us. The advice that I would try to give to any young coach, first of all, never ever ever stop learning. I kid our young guys around here that I wish at age 47 I was as smart as I believed I was at age 27 or younger. I wish I knew. I used to think that I had a lot of answers in life in general, in strength training specifically, or conditioning specifically. The longer I go, the more I study, the more people I talk to, the more I realize that I don't think I know. Hopefully in 20 years I'll be a complete idiot and completely not know nothing, because that means that I've been continue to study. But keep learning. And also, I think we have a tendency as human beings, but especially as coaches, to want to be surrounded with people and things that we share something with, that we believe, whether that be a philosophy. If we believe a certain philosophy in the weight room, we like certain exercises, we like certain modalities of training, we tend to only learn from people who believe the same things we do. And I would suggest that's the opposite of what you should actually do. If you're a person who's a proponent of, say, Olympic weightlifting, great. That's awesome. Go talk to some people who are high-intensity background. Go talk to people that use a lot of machines in their training. Go talk to people who use kettlebells, who use dumbbells, who use the functional training people, all the different people out there, because, one, I think you can get an idea that you never thought of from someone who thinks a little bit differently, who approaches things differently from you. And if nothing else, it can strengthen your own beliefs. And so if we're only talking to people that say the same things that we say, we're not learning. And so go out there and challenge yourself, because the reality of it is I've been in this profession for a long period of time. I walk out on the football field, and I don't really know what the strength coach's philosophy is when we're playing. I just know if they do a good job. I don't know exactly what they do in the weight room, but I can tell if their athletes are big, strong, fast, well-conditioned, know what they're doing, or they don't. And I've seen people who run the exact same program as another place and they don't have the success, or they have more success. And I see people who run diametrically opposing programs. And that's the interesting thing about this profession. I don't know that there are definitive answers. Everything tends to work to a certain degree for a certain amount of time. And the idea is just trying to find ways to continue making progress. I would also tell young coaches the philosophy that I've gotten towards is I look at what we do in strength and conditioning as a big laboratory, and we are presented with a group of problems every day of things we want to accomplish. Watch your athletes move, and they'll give you a lot of different things which you need to work on. The beauty of it is then there's an art and there's a science to it, but we have to solve those problems with our laboratory. We need to have as big a set of tools as we possibly can. Another one of my favorite quotes is, the only tool you have in your toolbox is a hammer, everything starts to look like a nail. For young coaches, keep your mind open. You can gain knowledge from everyone. Continue to learn, and the minute you think you learned it all, go back to work, because there's a lot more to learn.